5 scientifically proven mistakes and daily habits that damage seniors' memory. Every year, millions of seniors across America notice their memory slipping, but here's the shocking truth: it isn't always aging that's to blame. It's 5 daily habits, so ordinary you barely notice them, yet they quietly speed up memory loss day by day. You might be eating right, staying active, even reading to stay sharp, but just one of these hidden mistakes can erase all your hard work. The scariest part? Most seniors don't even realize they're doing them until it's too late. That's why this channel exists. Before we dive in, hit like, subscribe, and hype this video so more seniors can guard their minds. This is Seniors Wellbeing, the place that reveals not just what helps, but what hurts. Because one wrong step can undo years of right choices. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you may discover the very habits quietly stealing your memory. Serafina Doyle, a retired schoolteacher from Florida, prided herself on staying sharp. But slowly, she began forgetting small things: where she placed her bills, why she walked into a room, even names she once knew by heart. She never connected these slips to her everyday habits. Only later, when she uncovered the hidden patterns behind her decline, did she realize how much control she actually had. And those same habits may be affecting you right now. Mistake 1. Poor sleep and late-night screen time. Sleep is not just rest, it is the brain's repair shop. During deep sleep, the mind clears out waste, files memories, and strengthens focus. But many seniors unknowingly sabotage this process by falling asleep with the TV glowing, scrolling on their phones, or leaving bright lights on. The blue light from these screens tricks the brain into thinking it's still daytime. That small glow suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Without it, your deep sleep cycles shrink, and your memory suffers. Think of Serafina. She often drifted off with late-night news humming in the background. She believed it was harmless, maybe even comforting. Yet night after night, her brain was robbed of the very stage of sleep that protects memory. Over time, the small lapses grew: forgotten appointments, misplaced letters, repeating the same story twice. It wasn't until she shut down screens earlier and created a calm, dark space for sleep that she noticed her clarity begin to return. Here's the truth: poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it steals tomorrow's memory. Missing even one deep sleep cycle can erase names you learned, details you promised to remember, or stories you meant to pass on. Have you ever noticed your memory slip after a restless night? Share your experience in the comments. It might surprise you how many others go through the same thing. And stay with me, because the next mistake may sound harmless, but it's actually starving your brain little by little. Mistake 2. Unhealthy diet and blood sugar spikes. What you eat doesn't just fuel your body, it fuels your brain. And yet many seniors unknowingly starve their memory by relying on quick fixes like fast food, frozen dinners, or skipping meals altogether. The brain runs on a steady supply of glucose, and when that balance is thrown off by sugar highs and lows, memory takes the hit. A donut with coffee in the morning or a skipped lunch may seem harmless, but the result is sudden brain fog, forgetfulness, and mental fatigue that lingers throughout the day. Serafina thought her diet was balanced: some fruit here, a salad there, but she often skipped breakfast when she wasn't hungry, then grabbed something processed when she finally felt faint. She never realized that these swings in blood sugar were draining her focus and accelerating her memory slips. The brain is like a car engine. It can't run well without steady fuel. And when seniors lean on processed snacks, sugary treats, or miss meals, the brain sputters, leaving important details behind. Here's the danger: unhealthy diets don't just slow memory in the short term. Over years, they harden blood vessels, restrict circulation, and open the door to dementia. It's not the big feast that does the damage, but the daily choices that quietly erode brain health. Have you ever felt your mind go blank right after a heavy sugary snack or when you've skipped a meal too long? Drop your answer in the comments. I guarantee you're not alone. And keep watching, because the next mistake is something almost every retiree drifts into, and it silently shrinks the very part of the brain that protects memory. Mistake 3. Sedentary lifestyle and lack of movement. The human brain depends on steady circulation, and movement is what keeps blood flowing strong. Yet after retirement, many seniors unknowingly slip into a quieter, slower rhythm, spending long hours sitting in recliners, glued to the TV, or lingering at the kitchen table. What feels like rest is actually starving the brain of oxygen and nutrients. Studies show that even light daily activity, like walking or stretching, helps preserve the hippocampus, the very region of the brain responsible for memory. When movement fades, that area begins to shrink, and memory loss accelerates. Serafina didn't realize this at first. Her days became more sedentary once her teaching career ended, and short errands replaced the active lifestyle she once had in the classroom. She thought she was just slowing down, but in reality, her brain was missing the stimulation it needed to stay sharp. Over time, she noticed she would lose track of conversations and forget simple tasks she once did with ease. It wasn't until she added gentle walks and small bursts of activity back into her day that her mental clarity slowly began to return. Here's the hidden danger: sedentary habits don't just stiffen the body, they dull the mind. Hours of stillness quietly chip away at focus and recall, leaving memory weaker with each passing year. Do you ever catch yourself sitting for most of the day without moving much? Drop a quick yes or no in the comments. I promise many seniors will admit the same. And stay with me, because the next mistake feels comforting at first, but it silently doubles your risk of memory decline. Mistake 4: social withdrawal and isolation. Memory thrives on interaction. Every conversation, every shared laugh, every debate challenges the brain to listen, respond, and remember. Yet many seniors, especially after retirement, slowly step away from these interactions. They stop attending church services, decline invitations, or go days without a real conversation. What feels like comfort and safety is, in reality, one of the most dangerous traps. Research shows that isolation can double the risk of memory decline, because the brain, like a muscle, weakens when it isn't exercised. Serafina experienced this herself. After leaving her teaching job, the daily chatter of students and colleagues disappeared. At first, she enjoyed the quiet, but soon, days slipped by with little more than a few phone calls or quick grocery store exchanges. Her memory lapses seemed to grow during this period of withdrawal, yet she never connected the dots. It was only when she rejoined her church choir, sharing songs and stories with friends, that she noticed her alertness return. Conversations lit up her brain in ways that solitude never could. Here's the hidden cost of social withdrawal: it doesn't just bring loneliness, it weakens the very circuits that protect memory. Without regular interaction, the mind begins to retreat, and sharpness fades faster than most seniors expect. Have you noticed someone around you pulling away from social life and seeming less sharp over time? Share your thoughts in the comments, it may open their eyes too. And don't go anywhere, because the final mistake is the most ignored of all, yet it multiplies your risk of dementia up to 5 times. Mistake 5: ignoring hearing loss. Hearing loss might seem like a small inconvenience, but for seniors it's one of the most dangerous threats to memory. When the ears struggle, the brain must work harder to process sounds, leaving less energy for remembering names, dates, and conversations. Over time, this constant strain weakens memory circuits, and studies show untreated hearing loss can increase the risk of dementia by as much as 5 times. The tragedy is that many seniors dismiss it as just aging or feel embarrassed to wear hearing aids, not realizing the hidden cost. Serafina did the same. She often asked people to repeat themselves but brushed it off as background noise. She never connected her growing forgetfulness to her hearing struggles. When she finally tested her hearing and began using aids, the difference shocked her. Conversations felt easier, her focus returned, and her confidence in social settings grew. It wasn't about vanity, it was about protecting her brain. Here's the truth: ignoring hearing problems isn't harmless, it robs your memory day by day. Every missed word or muffled phrase forces the brain to overwork and weakens recall. Do you know someone who avoids hearing aids even though they need them? Tag them or share this video, they may thank you later. And don't stop now, because what comes next may surprise you. In our next video, we reveal the financial traps draining seniors' savings faster than they realize. When Serafina finally recognized these 5 hidden habits: poor sleep, unsteady diet, sitting too long, social withdrawal, and ignoring her hearing, everything changed. She didn't add more stress to her life, she simply stopped giving her memory away piece by piece. With better rest, steady meals, gentle movement, joyful conversations, and clear hearing, her mind felt lighter, sharper, and more alive. That's the power of avoiding mistakes. You protect the years you've worked so hard to build. Hype this video, tap like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who may be making these same errors. Don't let one wrong step undo decades of effort.